everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. Chelsea 2, Sheffield United 0. I'm outside Stamford Bridge with Carefree Lewis G. Lewis. It's been a long time since we've had a winning feeling and we needed it.
Yeah, I feel like that's all I can really take from it. Like, I'm just glad we won. We beat Sheffield United. I mean, they got the worst away record in the league. They're bottom of the table. Cool. Keep it stepping. Keep building the run. That's what we intended to do with this run of games. And we've lost 2 on the bounce. We got back-to-back home wins. I mean, I guess there's some positive, but that was some scumbag victory, bruv. I'll be so real with you. For 70 minutes, we look clueless. Then we get a nice little first goal. I think Sterling and Palmer combined very well. I think Sterling improved a bit more in the second half. For the second goal, whatever load of mess that was, Jackson and Palmer were still aware. Thank goodness they were. We take the second, and that's just it, really. Sheffield United never offered anything throughout the 90. We just never really looked like breaking them down. Didn't look cohesive at all in the first half, but I guess persistence paid off in our sense, and you take the wins, you take the teams that you beat, regardless of whatever's in front of you. You gotta take the 3 points and move. Just build on it. That's all I feel like I can really say, because that first 50, 60 or so minutes, I was laughing through that first half at points. Like, I'm seeing scorpion kicks in our own half. I'm seeing players trying to kick and run straight at Sheffield United players. Balls being played into the box and nobody's in there again. Like, it didn't look great. But persistence pays off. At the very least, we take the 3 points and we move.
Sound like me.
Yeah, but it's like we beat Sheffield United at least. We're looking at 3 points. If it's drawing, it's not great.
Yeah.
If we don't end up with the result, it's not great. But, I mean, at least we won. At least we've got another goal for Jackson. Palmer's got another open play goal. You build with that confidence to the games coming ahead. Big match against Newcastle, big match away against Wolves. Every match is a fucking big match. What are we talking about? But you take it.
I mean, we came into this game and Pochettino made a number of different changes. Obviously, we had the back four, 2 centre-backs playing.
Never a boring day here, is it?
2 centre-backs playing as right back and left back. Not really sure why Ian Maatson didn't.
Again against a low block. And Gallagher in the pivot again. I mean, he made less mistakes than the last game, fair enough, but like, we could have really done with Enzo's passing in that first half. Again, we only won based off persistence and the fact that it was Sheffield United. That's it. Other than that, like, it wasn't convincing at all. I do think an Enzo could have helped us in that game, but I mean, it didn't cost us anything. I'm not going to sit here and rage after 3 points. When do we really ever see 3 points? I think this is our 5th league win of the entire season and we're in December. We'll take the positive things when it comes, but still a couple questions. I watched the entire first half and I think, what the hell do we do from Monday to Friday? Because these players don't look cohesive at all. They yet again look like they've only just met each other. There was like little attempts of moments of magic from Sterling and Palmer, and other than that, we look clueless. Jackson needs to be a lot more aware in the box. Thankfully, he showed it in the second half, but the first half he didn't. Mudryk tried to make things happen, similarly to Gallagher, but it didn't really work out for him for the most part. But I'd like to see him stay on for the full 90.
I thought Mudryk played quite well.
I thought he attempted things. Some things didn't work out, some things did. Like, it was an okay performance from him. It's just we haven't seen a lot of good performances, so we're looking at that and thinking, wow, brilliant. No. I was like, it was okay. We'll take it and we move, just keep building on it. The same thing for a lot of these players, but not convincing. Not convincing. I'm just glad we won. Because I was thinking we're really going to draw to bottom of the table, Sheffield United, or worse, concede some jammy header or something and we'll never catch up. At least we got the first goal. That was all we really needed, because they didn't bring anything except just 2 backs of 4 and just parking the bus. Because realistically, that's all they needed. They just had to wait and see whether we would break them down or whether we would give them an outlet to try and cause something. We managed to score, we managed to win. You just take it. But that's it. I don't really feel gassed about it or anything. Like, we have to be winning this sort of game.
It's more relief than anything, really. But I mean, one interesting thing that I noticed over the past week was the fighting talk from Pochettino and Caicedo as well. They both said, listen, it's going to get better. That's basically the message they were trying to bring across. And look, it's still not an acceptable performance by Chelsea standards. I think against most teams in the league, you probably lose or draw this game if you play the way we did and don't create enough chances to capitalise. I mean, first of all, I think Caicedo actually had a really good game. So I think he deserves more credit from Chelsea fans. But with Pochettino, even though there are a lack of performances, does that still not tell you that we need better players to play the way he wants to play? Because if he could do it with Spurs and Southampton, why can't he do it with us?
What did he do with them?
They played good football for a start.
They didn't win nothing, and if we're comparing it to this squad, I look at this team, this defence is better than 12, this midfield is better than 12, you could even argue the attack. So no, like, fighting words are fine. Like, I expect that as a bare fucking minimum, fighting word. But I've also seen him contradict himself. Ooh, like, we're at Chelsea, we're going to go for the treble. We're like, it's not about pressure, it's about winning now. Now he's asking for patience after the Nottingham Forest game. I've seen him contradict himself numerous times, rely on excuses like injuries or fitness, even though we play one game a week. Like, no. The only thing that's going to give you patience is results. See this game, for example. We didn't play well. We didn't look great. Am I calling for Poch's heads or nothing? No, because you got results. Results over anything. The one thing that buys you patience, the one thing that buys you time is results. Everyone loves to do the comparison to Arteta. Arteta would get you a result here or there. Poch, to a point, hasn't. Now we've got another result. There's a little bit less pressure on you. Even if I'm looking at the game and thinking, this is Sheffield United and we look like arse for about 60 minutes. Whatever. We won. Move on to the next one. Go and get another win. And there's going to be another game where I'm not really on to Poch like that because we've gone and won. Results, because look how far away we are. I've said in at least 5 different games, Poch's decision making could have improved us and got a better result. Those 5 extra wins would have us in 4th. That's why I believe the team. I believe the team needs to be coached, but I'm questioning whether they're being coached well enough. I look at games like this game, I look at games like Everton, I look at games like Man United, and I think, what the hell is our plan? What are we doing? Who is improving? Because I'm not seeing anybody improving. That's where it comes on to the manager, especially when you don't have the results to show for it. Because say what you want about Bowley and say what you want about the transfer project and everything, we are not a 12th place team. We are not. Simple as that. This team should be competing in Europe at the bare minimum, if not anything else. So, and if we were, there'd be a lot less questions. There'd be a lot of people calmer as a result. So the number one thing we need is results. I don't care how you do, I don't care how crap it looks, you get me results. Look at the run of games you have coming up. Wolves, Luton, Crystal Palace, all of this. I've been saying we should be going unbeaten until Liverpool away on deadline day. Now, we did lose 2 on the bounce since I said that, but the point still stands. We have better games coming up. Show that, get the results, get us higher up the table, and there'll be less pressure on your head. Simple as that.
Petrovic made his full debut today. I felt so bad for him after the Everton game, man. To come on and then, I'm not going to say be the entire cause, but he did flap at it in the Everton game and conceded the second goal. Nice for him to get a clean sheet, and potentially, if we continue seeing that, he could be starting ahead of Sanchez.
Did he even have a shot to deal with?
They had a free kick.
It's like, whatever, man. You got a clean sheet. Like, this attack never did anything for you to deal with anyway. Move. It's probably the best debut you could ask for. Yeah. Nothing to really deal with. The focus on literally everybody else in front of you. See how you like against Newcastle. Now you've got a bit more comfortable to playing around Stamford Bridge. There's a big test coming up. Newcastle will make chances. Newcastle will be a threat. So I guess we'll see what you're about. A lot of people ask, where's Petrovic? Now we'll find out what he's on. So easiest debut in the world for him, though.
Yeah, man. I mean, I completely agree with you when we need results, because I was coming into this game, mate. I don't think I've ever been so pessimistic about what I'm seeing. Because don't get me wrong, Lewis, I'm the most optimistic fan out there. You know, you'll be the first person to tell me that. Yeah. But slowly, and I saw this the other day on Instagram, I can't remember who posted it, but it really opened my eyes. If we keep going in the direction we're going from a result standpoint, we're becoming irrelevant as a football club. Nobody talks about Chelsea anymore. I was even in Sports Direct the other day, and I'm seeing calendars with Man City, Newcastle, West Ham. I'm thinking, if we keep going the way we're going, we're not even going to get it put in those shops, mate. I mean, it's a weird...
If West Ham can get in there, we can get in there. Let's call it what it is. But I agree agree with what you're saying where we do need to pick things up, but again, that's why we need results and why we need to make advantage of good runs when we have them. We had the easiest start to the season out of everybody in the league. We pulled 5 points out of 5 and this guy started protecting the point against Bournemouth and put 2 forwards at home against Nottingham Forest. We need to actually make the most out of teams that we're facing. We have a very favourable run of games coming up, and the fact that I'm concerned about all of these games isn't good. Isn't good. Like, these are the games we should be winning. So you do that and we're suddenly back in the conversation for Europe. I've been saying the race for top 4, not consistent. The race for Europe has never been consistent. If that was consistent, they would not be competing for Europe, they would be competing for titles. So all you need is a run of wins and you're suddenly back in that conversation again. That's why it's so infuriating that we don't do it, and because so many times it comes to individual decisions from the manager. So make the right choices. The fact that we even still took a winger off and brought a midfielder on against Sheffield United, we started slowing down players. Like, we are a sin to this football club. We're embarrassing ourselves at certain points, but we win. I won't speak too much about it. Just build on it and let's play with a little bit more confidence. Let's try and keep the clean sheets rolling as well. And less excuses. Less excuses. If we lose, firm it. Be like, we weren't good enough. We need to be doing better. We need to be performing better. Not, oh, we're missing Cuckoo. Oh, Lavia's not here. Oh, Chilwell. Like, Chilwell even gets into the starting lineup when he's fit. Less of the excuses and just straight either facts or just fucking win. With the games we have, just fucking win, nothing else. Shouldn't even talk about excuses. We shouldn't be bracing ourselves for post-match press conference quotes after a defeat. We should be going unbeaten. So do it.
Simple as that.
Simple as.